guys think about open relationships?
Well, as long as you communicate it, and like, it just depends on like what kind of relationship you're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever do it?
I've never really considered it. I don't know. I don't know.
What about you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've experienced it?
I would.
Oh, you would do it?
I would, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to break the news, sir?
Well, I feel like I'm going to have a conversation later.
Yeah.
I think there are more eyes in the world or legs.
I think more legs.
Why?
Because some people have 3 legs.
Am I competing with these young, hot 20-year-olds, you know, who are still working to get their life together? Or am I competing with like the 30-year-olds who, you know, are still single and haven't convinced anyone to marry them, but, you know, they're attractive? Or am I competing with these like hot cougars that are out here rolling around? Like, who is my competition? I don't even know who I'm competing against anymore. Lord help me.
Listen, man, you're competing with everybody. You're competing with the young ones, the old ones, the middle-aged ones. You're competing with every single person. That's how the dating market works. You know, no matter what it is, there are people who are younger than you, girls who are younger than you, who have something to gain and something ahead of you. There are women that are older than you and something ahead of you. So you need to find your lane and realize what makes you special and different and use that as your advantage to go and find men that you enjoy. That's literally it. You have to use your own special talents, whatever God gave you, and figure out what you provide to the marketplace, whatever that is.
Does a man get a one-night stand? Repent and believe the gospel. You don't need no one-night stand. You need Jesus, man.
Would you kiss me for $1?
Nah.
Would you kiss me for $1?
No.
Would you kiss me for $1?
No.
Would you kiss me for $1?
Absolutely not.
Would you kiss me for $1?
No.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, young kings. Yeah, you don't fall for that trap. You never fall for that trap, man. You go out there, you see that no validation, focus on yourself, bro. And honestly, that's low-key just a weird question in general, man or woman. That's kind of creepy to ask people, hey, would you kiss me? That's not right.
You caught her with another man in May 2020 and you're still living in the same house.
Yeah, that's killing me.
Here's the thing, you don't have to leave your kids because right now, your kids are seeing you in a situation where you're suffering.
Very much, yeah.
Your kids are seeing their father suffer. And I know what you're doing right now is you're caught in a mental false dichotomy. You think if I'm leaving, I'm going to lose my kids or they're going to get really hurt. If I stay, I'm suffering like a pig. You have to understand what's going to happen if you stay in that position. Do children learn by what you tell them, or do they learn by modeling their behavior? They model their parents' behavior. And if you want to increase the probability that your children are going to suffer like you will, that they're going to tolerate a shitty relationship, it's not even a relationship anymore. It's not a relationship anymore. It's nothing. She cheated on your ass. Now, what I mean by that is always be respectful. Always be respectful. Never be aggressive. Always be calm. Be respectful. But you're not setting boundaries.
What would you rate me? Scale of 1 to 10.
Is this for YouTube? What up, YouTube? I'll give you a solid 6.
Yo, this is the second time she was rated a 6. Maybe that's kind of accurate. At some point, you can't be offended by someone calling you a number when everybody's calling you that number. Like, come on, bro. And 6 isn't even that bad. That's above average. Literally, that's above average. There's nothing wrong with that.
Asking, why don't you like the guy? They don't know what to say. They just know they've been told not to like him.
All right, everybody. I'm going to be embarrassing myself so much by speaking out about this, but it needs to be said. So I hated Andrew Tate in the beginning. I was on the wrong side of TikTok and I watched a lot of videos about how people are saying that he's a terrible human being, he's misogynistic, and that you are to not like him. So I, of course, believed the media and I didn't like him because they were telling me to not like him. And I called him when, in fact, I didn't even know the true definition of misogyny. And I am the person to admit that I am embarrassed.
You see, that is beautiful, man. Not a lot of people, and there's not a lot of times in society where you see something like this, where someone really swallows their pride and they say, you know what, I was wrong. That's beautiful, you know, and it's a beautiful thing to see. That's what we need to start pushing out. People who are humble, people who can actually look at themselves and reflect and change their lives for the better. And honestly, that's a beautiful thing. I really appreciate that. You know, not a lot of people would do that.
You should not be worrying about gold diggers. You should be worrying about being broke.
News, Tiffany's no longer my girlfriend.
Thank God, dude. That woman was the craziest person I've ever met in my
Oh,
life.
hold up. We're engaged now. She's my fiance. She's no longer my girlfriend. She's my fiance.
What the hell, Mike?
I am so sorry. that she's your fiance. Bye.
Oh my God!
On a date, and the guy asked me money for my meal before calling out a buy one get one free voucher.
How can you hate on a man for being fiscally responsible? What's wrong with using a coupon, bro? There's nothing wrong with using a coupon, man. Now, if it was the first date, I wouldn't have done it because, I mean, you know how people can judge you, whatever. But honestly, like, if you're trying to save money, look, there's nothing wrong with doing that, man. If you get a guy like that, you should be thanking him because he's smart with his money.
How long you been married?
42 years.
How was that possible?
I count in dog years because my wife's a...
You get cheated on in the middle of a vacation.
I just don't get why y'all don't take my advice. You see this brother right here, man? Guess what he did? He checked the phone. So instead of him wasting his time, if he didn't check that phone, he'd have wasted some years. This brother saved himself and handled the situation in a very calm manner. I tell y'all boys to check your girl phone and y'all still don't do it. And then y'all hit me up months later like, oh bro, I finally checked it and she was cheating on me the whole time. I told you to check it some months ago, bro. So what I'm gonna tell you, this is my last time telling you. Check that phone.
Look, bro, this is what I'm saying, man. You can't be with someone like this who you can't trust, man. Like, honestly, like, I get it, check the phone, whatever. But if you feel like you need to check the phone and you're worried, then that shouldn't be your girl, man. Like, there's plenty of great, awesome women who are faithful that just aren't in social media now. They're harder to find, of course, but they do exist. But what I'm also saying is you shouldn't be worried about that, bro. You should be worried about yourself. Your life is beautiful. Your life is amazing without someone on your side. Now, it's nice to have, but remember, your life is like cake without the icing. It's still amazing. It's still amazing. Cake without icing is great. Icing just makes it a little better if you find the right one.
How to make her miss you after a breakup. Phase 1, communication. C's responding to all DMs, texts, and interactions between mutual friends that can run back and give updates. Phase 2, disappear. Distance yourself from being seen by her or any mutual friends who can report back and give status updates. Don't interact to any posts that can be seen by her or mutual friends. Phase 3, level up. Improve on your finances, fitness, and mental health. Don't hang out, don't go out, stay home and beat your meat. And focus on productivity. Focus on getting to the bag. Pay off all your debts. Max out your potential. Phase 4, reward yourself. Buy yourself some nice things. A nice car, a home, travel, take tons of photos. I know you're waiting on me to say go find out where she is and just drop by so she can see your progress. No. Men, once you focus on self-improvement,
You won't have to.
one of the woman's most talented abilities is to follow breadcrumbs. After completing phase 3, she will already be missing you. After completing phase 4, her and as many bonnets you can count on all 10 fingers and 10 toes will be at your every turn. See you on the next one.
I end up having sex with this girl on like the office chair in his study. I later find out the very next day that she was engaged and was getting married the very next. She had been out with her girlfriend on a girls' night out, getting drunk, having a laugh. Mr. Sterling swoops in. If I had stuck around, I would have effectively sabotaged that marriage. But because I ended up texting her, I'm like, look, I'm moving on to like the next city, I'm going to Vegas or whatever. She chalked it up to like a one-night stand situation, and she ended up marrying the guy. Now, think about that for a second. All it took was me walking up to her at a traffic light and smooth talking her a bit for her to cheat on the man that she is going to spend the rest of her life with and take vows of commitment towards.
That woman is gross and sick, man. You literally cheat on your own fiance. You're about to get married the next day. Literally, nah, bro. Like, that's crazy, man. How do you sleep at night? Like, genuinely, how do you sleep at night knowing you've done something like this, bro? It's getting scary, man. The more I go on social media, the scarier marriage gets.
Ratio of attractive women to attractive men is off.
Makeup is $1 trillion industry because all around the world, a lot of women wake up and they desire to look like other women, and then they turn that into fake confidence to the point where they think they better than other people. But I blame the lame ass men out here who are always telling y'all bad and beautiful. The women keep it real. They'll tell you your makeup looks good. They honest and they real slick. It's a big difference. It's about 8 billion people in the world, and I would like it if these men and women who generalize each other did the study on at least 1 billion, but they'll never have enough time in the world. And even if they did, it wouldn't be accurate because like I said, it's about 8 billion. The stuff we be talking about is fucking pointless, man, and it don't mean nothing. These dudes can tell you that your looks mean all that shit, but then they ain't being faithful because it don't mean shit.
This false feeling of confidence and gassing people up is just a product of severe insecurity. It really is. Like, if you go out there, you kind of gas people up, you try to convince yourself in your mind that you're better than someone else, it really comes from the fact that you don't feel that way. Because someone's confident and secure does not need to tear someone else down to make themselves feel better. So the fact that you tear someone else down to make yourself feel better means you are a very insecure person and, like, you need help. Like, genuinely, it's very sad. And no matter what you do, how far you get in life, it will never change that until you face that yourself.
Men being the pursuers. Y'all don't chase anymore.
Huh. I wonder what it could be.
Doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're gonna see what you order. We're gonna see, do you hold your chopsticks correctly? We're just gonna, you know, study you a bit.
Babe? I'm not your babe. No idea.
Don't fall for this, brothers. Focus on yourself. I'm telling you, every single time you start focusing on yourself and start growing yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically, that's when something comes into your life to try to derail you. Every single time you're going to be on your purpose, working out, something like that's going to happen, and that's going to be a test. So to make sure that you stay on the right path. So stay on the path, fellas, please.
Don't ask, can you be my girlfriend? Have some sense. Ask me, can I be your boyfriend? Loophole. All of you can be my boyfriend. I will never be your girlfriend. You understand me? You understand?
Say this to a girl if she ever tells you, I'll let you know. Never mind. And she's gonna ask you why. Then say this. I like certainty, not possibility. If you want to do something, I'm free Thursday, Friday. If that doesn't work for you, then let's not force it. Click the
Yeah, bro, don't deal with that, man. Only be with people who want to be with you. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. I'm telling you, because if you try to get with a girl who doesn't really like you that much, you're going to be playing these games, jumping through hoops, all this stuff. It's just not worth it, man. It's just a bunch of heartache and pain and torment on your mental health. Always go with someone who's really excited to be with you, who's like, can't wait, bro. And they may not be your ideal person, but if they really want you, I mean, there's no guessing.